Hey YouTube, it's TheKillerNacho again. I am here finally. Sorry I haven't posted a video in such a long time, I guess. I've been kind of obsessed with Borderlands. But I finally have a battle here today with a guy whose YouTube name is a complete handful. BCplusK2minusNU1. No idea what that means, but that's his YouTube name, so there we go. He's also a YouTuber, so make sure you check him out at the conclusion of this video. Alright, so I lead with my Rage, my Infernape, and I'm just going to go for a close combat. He leads with a Ninetales, so I kind of know that this thing's a Sun team. I just go for a close combat because, like I said, it'll probably cripple just about everything he has on his team except for like Dusclops or that Latias. But you know, it still does about half the Latias, so that's not too bad. I want to go out in my Fortress. Fortress? What the heck? No, I go out in my Rape, not Fortress. And Rape is a freaking Ferrothorn, that's its name, and I take that like a champ. But then, you know, he has Hidden Power Fire, which was kind of like in the back of my mind, like, yeah, he might have Hidden Power Fire being on a Sun team, but at the same time, he probably has other Pokemon that probably have fire moves instead. Maybe his Latias doesn't, but it does, and that really sucks, because it takes out my dude, and I really would have liked Stealth Rocks looking at his team, but oh well. So I'm just going to go for a T-Bolt because I know he's like Life Orbed, and I kind of hoped that he'd attack me so I could kill him because, you know, I kind of figured he wouldn't be able to take me out because he can't touch this, yo. That's his name, by the way. Which is a pretty cool Pokemon. He has no weaknesses, that's pretty awesome. But he doesn't. He recovers, which I did not expect, and that is terrible because now I'm really afraid of this thing. And he's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire and then crit, which is even more terrible because I try to go for the Acid Spray to be an annoyer like I am and lower his special defense and stuff, but now he's going to be able to kill me this turn, and that's kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so now I'm really afraid of this Latias, because this team, looking at it again, is kind of slow. If I would make adjustments to this team, I would probably put more speed in it, but this Latias, for example, outspeeds my whole entire team, so my only chance is to go out on a Dragonite and hope my multi-scale can save me, and it does, and look how well that Dragonite takes that. Granted, I did have multi-scale because I was at full HP. That's Dragonite's Dream World ability. It gets multi-scale, which means it has attacks when I'm at full HP, but that's still pretty bamf right there, taking a Life Orb freaking Draco Meteor from a Latias. Look at that. Dragonite is epic, and I'm able to get off the Dragon Dance and just kill this thing with Dragon Claw after it just annihilated two of my Pokemon. So that was kind of annoying. So he goes out into Dusclops now, which I kind of figured he'd go into, and I kind of figure he's going to, like, Will-O-Wisp me because that's what they usually run. At least that's what I see. So I'm just going to go for a Dragon Dance because, you know what? Looking at my team, I really have nothing to deal with this Dusclops, really. I mean, I guess I could go out into Infernape to take the burn, but, like, then what? So I decided to stay in, and because I kind of figure I can set up on this guy. And he misses the first Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of nice for me, because that gives me another free turn to Dragon Dance, basically. And then I go for a Dragon Claw, just basically because, you know, might as well get some damage on there while it's unboosted. And, yeah, I have Roost on this Dragonite, which he obviously was not expecting. Because he tries to Nightshade, so that's pretty awesome. And, yeah, this Dragonite is so epic. I mean, basically, this is like Chuck Norris Dragonite. He just takes hits like a champ, and you just can't kill him. He just walls stuff. I love this Dragonite. In fact, I think this Dragonite is better than any Salamence. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm sick of people trying to say Dragonite's outclassed by Salamence. Can you see a Salamence do this kind of thing? No. No, no, no. Dragonite is so much cooler, and so much better. Well, maybe. In certain ways. But anyway, so he's going to go out in a Shaman now, because he's like, I'm really scared, and runs away because he's a coward, but not really. He probably should have switched. But unfortunately for him, I have the most awesome attack in here on this Dragonite set. I have freaking Fire Punch, basically for all the Steels and Ferrothorns running around in the metagame. Fire Punch is a pretty nice move to have in this meta, so I do carry it, but thanks to his son, that's obviously going to take out the Shaman. I think I actually have more attack than I would normally at this point, even despite the burn, because burn I think has attack, and I have like 4 Dragon Dances, so that's like multiplying my attack by 3 over 2. So yeah, I actually have more attack than normal, despite the burn, and I'm just going to Dragon Claw the face off this Swellow. I kind of predicted that he'd predict that, I'd Roost, predicting his Protect. Anyway, that makes no sense, so I'd make a good prediction and just kill that thing. And then I'm just going to go to Roost, because he goes out into this freaking Dusclops again, and yeah. Like I said, I just I can wall this thing. His Nightshade basically does 100 damage. I know that for a fact. Nightshade is one of those moves that always do damage equal to your level, so I know how much damage I'm going to be taking a turn. I'm taking 25 or 24 damage after the leftovers and the burn each turn at the end of the turn. So I know that as long as I keep 124 hit points, I can survive any attack that this Dusclops throws at me. I'm kind of afraid that he has the, what's that? The, priority ghost move. It's like in the back of my mind. I'm kind of afraid of it, so I'm just trying to keep a decent amount of hit points. My Dragonite is bulky. If you haven't figured it out, this is Bulky Dragon Dance Dragonite, which is freaking awesome set, as you guys witness. Look at this. This is just the Dragonite video, I swear. This Dragonite is so beast mode. But anyway, so enough about my Dragonite. I know I have 124 hit points, so I just need to make sure I keep enough HP for that. He does have the Pain Split, which is kind of annoying, and obviously with the Evilite Stone on this Dusclops, which is why it's not Dusk Noir, but because with the Evilite Stone, I think Dusclops might have the highest defense in the game, something like that. It's a freaking awesome Pokemon when you put an Evilite Stone on it, because it just can't be touched. It has like 1,000,000 defense. So I'm just trying to get as much attack as possible and hopefully take this thing out, because I basically, can do that, maybe. So yeah, I fail because apparently I can't count, and I already had 6 Dragon Dances, but I tried to go for a 7th. You know, that's against the rules, Dragonite. You can't go for 7 Dragon Dances. Actually, I think I was doing something else at the same time. I really shouldn't do that. I really should concentrate on my Pokemons, because I definitely lost count there. But that's life. I'm a complete noob. Alright, so I'm just going to go for a Roost, and yeah, basically because I don't want to die. And he's going to go for a Nightshade again, which is a pretty nice move for him. So now I'm thinking, you know what, I just want to kill this thing. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw. I have like +6 attack, which I believe, what is that, times 4? And then that's divided by 2. So my attack is doubled, despite the burn right now. And my Dragon Claw still does crap. Of course. So, yeah. And unfortunately for me, I can't really Roost here, because if I Roost, he's obviously going to go for the, the Pain Split, and then he's just going to get all of his health back, and I probably won't get much off the Roost. So I just need to kill this thing, and it's dead. I do have enough hit points to go for another Roost. Obviously, I know I outspeed everything, but he just goes on a Ninetales, and I decide just to kill it, and in hindsight, that's probably a bad play. I mean, I figure, you know, he has 2 Pokemon left. I just want to kill something else before I die, and maybe he has something that can, like, kill me from half health. Even though he probably doesn't. I mean, unless he crits, which is probable at this point, because that's when a crit would hit me, you know, when it's the worst possible time. So I decided just to kill the Ninetales and only have to worry about Calabian, which is a pretty bad play, actually, like I said, in hindsight, because this Calabian outspeeds my whole team except for my own one. I do have a Calabian in this team. But yeah, I decided just to go for the Mach Punch on my Infernape. This is a Choice Band Infernape, and it actually doesn't do as much as I thought. I thought it'd be at least a 2-hit KO, and I was kind of expecting him just to kill me with something. I don't really know what. I guess this is why I should really know, but Calabians do better. He just T-Waves me, which is kind of good, I guess. He goes for a Swords Dance, so I'm like, okay, as long as I don't get Parahax this turn, I'm going to kill him. Except I get Parahaxed, and that's pretty annoying, because now this thing outspeeds my whole team, except for my own, which is a speed tie, which I'd never win, and then kills me. So that kind of sucks, and I'm like, oh crap, this is dangerous. I'm just going to go out into my Gyarados, because for the Intimidate, so I can lower its attack just a little bit, and that's basically what I need to do. And I know I can resist fighting. I don't know what his other moves are. I hope he doesn't have Stone Edge. That would suck. But I just go for a Dragon Dance, because if he doesn't T-Wave, that would at least let me outspeed him. And basically my 2 attacking moves on this Gyarados are Waterfall and Stone Edge. Stone Edge, which I believe he X4, or divided by 4, resists, so that's not going to do any damage. And Waterfall is reduced by freaking Sun, so I don't really think I'm going to KO, because this thing looks like it's physically bulky, especially considering how much my Mach Punch did that was banded, so yeah, my Waterfall does not kill. And then he goes for the Iron Head, which I resist. He was hoping, I guess, to get the Para-Flinch, but he does not, because I do not flinch, I do not paralyze, and I take that thing out for the win. So yeah, that was a fun match. Probably made some misplays. He probably made some misplays too, but you know, that's Pokemon. You know, that makes it entertaining. Dragonite is a freaking Bamf beast, and so is Latias. I think the 2 dragons were the MVPs of both sides. But man, Dragonite taking that Draco Meteor, that was freaking awesome. Anyway, let me think of a question of the day. Alright, this is going to be an interesting question of the day right here. So, Alright, just hold on. Hear me out. Alright, so all Pokemon have IVs. Today's question of the day is assign yourself some IVs. That means assign your HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Now, obviously, humans don't really have those things, but if you know, you could probably say HP is like fortitude, your attack is like strength, maybe defense is dexterity, special attack can be like your intelligence, and special defense, I don't know. Any way you want to justify it, but that's how I'm going to say. I would say my HP would be about 25, because, you know, I don't get sick very often, so I have a pretty good health. You know, I'm a pretty healthy person overall. I would say my attack is pretty low. I'm not really that strong of a person, so I'd say about 12. My defense, which is a dexterity, is a bit higher, maybe about 20. Special attack, I would say that's intelligence, I guess, since... yeah, intelligence. I would say I'm a pretty smart person. I would say I'm about a 26, 27. Special defense, which is charisma, I'd say I'm about average. 17, there we go. And speed, I can be pretty darn fast for, you know, a guy like me, so I'm going to say 19. That's like above average. But anyway, assign yourself some IVs. Should be interesting to see what people say. Rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. Peace out.